In the words of Tiffany Davis, and I quote, inspiration, the word I believe fully embodies Jill and her impact on those around her. When I look back on the journey that Jill has encountered the last few years, her faith and encouragement has truly inspired everyone she meets along her path. Cancer affects everyone. Whether you're a mother, a father, a daughter, a sister, a coach, or a teammate, the fight and the journey is one that we face together.
In November of 2015, the season ended for the Texas Lutheran University Bulldogs volleyball program, but little did they know, the battle was yet to begin.
Finding out anybody has cancer is just, you're full of emotions. And so, when Jill came in that day, what we thought was an injury turns out to be cancer. I don't think any of us were overgrown with sadness. It's just we were overgrown with how are we going to fight this? And so, the minute she came in that door and she was like, I have cancer, she broke down because she knew, what she thought volleyball was over for her. And we were like, no, there's plenty of life to live. We try to teach our kids all the time, family, faith, all that comes first. And so at that point, instead of teammates, we became more of a family. And so we were behind her 100%. We were there. We tried to help her raise as much money as we could. We were there through every treatment, through every process, through the amputation, all of that kind of stuff. We were her biggest supporters, and we wanted her to feel like no matter what, we were there for her.
After experiencing ongoing pain in her leg, Jillian Williams, a freshman member of the TLU volleyball team, was diagnosed with Ewings Sarcoma on February 29th.
Ewings Sarcoma is a rare pediatric bone cancer, a bone or soft tissue cancer. Mine was actually in the bone and grew outside of the bone slightly. I was experiencing severe knee pain, and I was scared to tell Tiff that my knee was hurting, so I kind of just kept it to myself and to the athletic trainers. And finally, my mom, I told my mom, you can't do this anymore, it hurts so bad. And so I went to an orthopedic surgeon, and that's when they diagnosed me with a fractured femur and a bone cyst. And he had me coming back every 2 weeks because he didn't think that diagnosis was accurate. And we just pretty much watched the bone cyst grow, and soon found out it was a tumor.
When she chose to begin her collegiate volleyball career in Seguin, Jillian had no idea that the Texas Lutheran community would become much more than just a group of peers.
That was one thing about choosing a small school. That was probably the best thing I could have ever done, because they are so tight-knit, and I wasn't just battling with myself, my family, my friends. I was battling with a huge community of athletes, of teammates, of peers, that people I didn't even know that were there rallying for me, doing blood drives for me, and so it was amazing. I couldn't have been blessed with a better community or school.
We just knew we were competitive ourselves, so it's like we're gonna win. We're gonna win for Jill. We're gonna win, this battle with Jill. And so, as I said in my speech that I wrote, at that point, it was just like we're family. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna do what we need to do, and we're gonna beat this.
Beginning shortly after receiving her diagnosis, Jillian created her blog, Jillian's Leap Through Cancer, to document her experience.
I really wanted a way for people to understand what I was going through. It's kind of funny. When you're diagnosed with a life-threatening illness, people try to put themselves in your shoes and understand it. And I didn't like when people come up to me and tell me they were sorry. It's you didn't give me cancer. There's nothing to be sorry about. So I really wanted to be transparent with my journey and help encourage other athletes, people who are diagnosed with not just Ewings sarcoma, but any type of cancer. And so that's just what I felt like I should do. And I'm not huge. I wasn't huge on Facebook then. I'm a lot bigger on Facebook now than I was. And so I like to write, and it just kind of all worked out together.
What originally began as a way to share her journey quickly became a way for friends, family, and even strangers to provide her support and help Jillian persevere in her battle.
I'm very big on sharing my story, and so that was kind of my coping mechanism. I'm not the one to keep it into myself, and so I really just focused on putting everything out there. And I guess to the feedback, when you aren't feeling good but you see how many people are praying for you, you want to feel good, so you do all you can to feel good. And those prayers, I mean, they mean the world to me, and they still mean the world to me now. And everything just really helped with it.
Since finishing her treatment, Jillian has started the Live and Leap Foundation, a group focused on supporting adolescents and young adults with life-threatening illnesses.
So with Live and Leap Foundation, our mission statement is to grant needs and dreams to adolescent and young adult patients. There's a huge gap in the ages 18 to 29, and a lot of people think that when you go off to college, you should be on your own, and most kids aren't. They still rely on their parents. They're still on their parents' insurance, and so they still need the support that a child does. It doesn't just end when they turn 18, and so we really want to focus on helping get that out there for them and make the difference in their lives, because they matter, like I said, just as much as a child does. It's definitely in its early stages. We've only been going for about 6 months, but our first fundraiser, we had about a month to plan it. I got my 5 best friends, and I was like, we're doing this. And we had a month to plan it and get invitations out, get a band, get a caterer, and in that 1 month, we raised $25,000. And that's that night after the fundraiser, all the girls come to my house and we're like counting money, and we're like, can't believe like what's happening. And I still get the chills thinking about it, because it's like, we're getting there, like we're gonna get there. If we can raise that much in one night, imagine what we can do in 10 years.
Jillian has not been able to stay off the volleyball court and has also begun training for the United States sitting volleyball team.
So when I found out that I had to have my leg amputated, I kind of just pushed volleyball completely aside. My surgeon at MD Anderson, Dr. Lewis, told me about rotationplasty and that I could play volleyball standing again. And I was like, okay, well, I got on a support group with rotationplasty, and I met a girl who's actually one of the Paralympians on that page, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, so I messaged Laura on Facebook, and she told me all about it, and she had rotationplasty and how like it was an amazing world, and so I just pursued it, and I've been training since May of this year, and I had the opportunity to attend a national team camp as well as some other A2 camps, which is like the lower level of the competition. And so when I kind of got the opportunity, asked if I would want to move to Oklahoma to train, and it does not guarantee me a spot on the roster, but it definitely higher my chances because I get more touches on the ball. We train 5 days a week, and so I'm really hoping that I'll be making roster early to late next year.
After facing many trials and tribulations throughout her journey, Jillian has one message to others who might be facing similar circumstances.
So it's been really interesting being here, because like these girls, like all American girls, are like, you're such an inspiration, and I'm like, y'all are crazy because y'all are like inspiring me. Like, this is amazing. So I just really want people to understand, like, everything they do makes an impact on someone else's life, and as well as let them impact your life. Don't be closed-minded on stuff like this. The world's amazing, and the networking throughout the world is amazing, and live life like every day like it's your last. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride that God's placed you on. Nowhere does it say it's going to be easy, and nowhere does it say it's going to be difficult. So just kind of live the life that God's given and have fun with it.
You know, her whole motto this whole time is just be like, yeah, I may be different, but I'm going to change the world by being different. And so, you know, I look at it as if, you know, what if one of my kids had cancer? I want them to have that same fight and same mentality that she has, you know, because it can happen to anybody. You know, I've had so many friends that have been affected by it, and you know, life is an attitude, and I think, you know, as she fights it and as she continues to fight and continues to grow, just the sheer happiness, you know, makes her a better person and makes the world a better person. And so I hope that, you know, as she grows internationally and hopefully makes this sitting team, you know, we're behind her, we're her biggest fan club, that she just continues to change the world.
In closing, I'll leave you with a statement from Jill's blog that I feel proves why she has been an angel to so many and truly defines who she is. Quote, "There are so many things I could say to you and hate for you, but my thankfulness trumps all of that. I've got to say this year is one I will never forget. Not only has cancer changed my life, but it has blessed me beyond measure. It has taught me that no matter what life hands you, make the best of it. With love.